just needed, I just didn't see her. I need to ask Dana for something specifically, Dana. I guess she's off today.
You said Danny?
Dana.
Dana. Oh, she's here? Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I just need to talk to her before today.
Well, good morning, everyone. This conference meeting of the Mobile County Commission is now called to order. Do we have anyone that signed in to speak? Cherie?
No, ma'am. No one signed in to speak today.
Okay, thank you. Then we will commence with the agenda.
I ask the commission to consider the following. Number one, approve minutes of the regular meeting of March 27th, 2023. 2, approve a list of claims. 3, approve application for retail beer and retail table wine alcohol licenses for Dolgen Corp. for Dollar General Store 23911. 4, hold public hearing to receive citizens' comments regarding the proposed substantial amendment to the program year 2020 action plan. This information has been available to the public since March 29th, 2023. 5, adopt substantial amendment to the program year 2020 action plan following the comment period and public hearing. 6, approve amendment to subrecipient agreement with South Alabama Regional Planning Commission for provision of senior services programs to extend the term of the agreement from April 30th, 2023 to October 31st, 2023. 7, approve reappointment of Fred Rounsaville to Dauphin Island Water and Sewer Authority Board of Directors for a 6-year term. 8, approve sponsorship agreement with the American Society of Botanical Artists in the total amount of $3,000 for its annual meeting and conference. Funds will be divided as follows. 9, approve sponsorship agreement with CASA Mobile in the total amount of $3,500 for the Hats and Horses special event. Funds divided as follows. 10, approve appropriation contract with the Mobile Medical Museum in the total amount of $5,000 for educational programs, with funds divided as follows. 11, approve appropriation contract with the Glove Foundation in the total amount of $25,000 for its Like Me Golf Clinic and exhibition. Funds will be divided as follows. 12, approve amendment to the annual appropriation contract with the Center for the Living Arts doing business as Alabama Contemporary Art Center to amend the annual appropriation contract to increase the amount from $100,000 to $106,000 for the Mobile County Community Remembrance Soil Project. 13, approve sponsorship agreement with the Dearborn Young Men's Christian Association in the amount of $1,000 from District 1 funds for its annual benefit luncheon. 14, approve appropriation contract with the Anna F. Booth Elementary Parent Teacher Association in the amount of $15,000 from District 3 funds for wall murals at Anna F. Booth Elementary School. 15, approve appropriation contract with the Board of School Commissioners of Mobile County in the amount of $35,000 from District 3 funds for a tennis facility at Alma Bryant High School. 16, award bid to J. Hunt Enterprises for Chickasaw Park Entrance Day Use and Trail Improvements Project for their total bid in the amount of $6,905,134 and authorize execution of contract documents. 17, authorize advertisement for requests for qualifications for professional engineering services for City of Chickasaw Sewer Rehabilitation Project. 18, approve request of the Sheriff's Office to add 3 internally purchased vehicles to their fleet as follows. 19, authorize advertising for bids for Government Plaza Emergency Generator Repairs, radiator. 20, award bid to Relum Contracting for Revenue Commission teller window for their total bid in the amount of $48,850. 21, authorize advertising for bids for Government Plaza Auditorium light upgrade. 22, approve appropriation contract with the Hope Boxing Academy in the total amount of $5,000 for its leadership program, funds divided as follows. 23, authorize advertising a request for proposals for Mobile County disaster cost recovery and related grant and project management services associated with impacts from federally declared disasters. 24, approve reimbursable expenses for Grand Bay Fire District and Seven Hills Fire District elections for trustee positions, Place 1 and Place 2, in a referendum election held on March 28, 2023, as follows. Total election day expenses, $1,050. 25, reject all bids for project Bayfront Park improvements, building and site. The bid exceeded the project budget. 26, approve Escatala Hollow Park and Campground site test weekend proposal. 27, there is a change in the language, and it will read as follows. Adopt resolution approving appointment of James William Bill Goodloe to represent Mobile County as a member of the Board of Directors of AltaPoint Health Systems for a term of 6 years, replacing Gaylord C. Lyon Jr., whose term expired April 1st, 2023.
So I don't know him. I haven't seen a resume. Y'all know anything about it? Yeah.
I just know that he was recommended by the Alta Point staff.
I had the same question, and I just leaned back towards that because I don't know that if I saw his resume that I'm qualified to. I just took the recommendation of Alta Point and Turk as being a good recommendation.
I don't know, do we have someone here today from Alta Point that can speak to this person's qualifications, if you would, please?
Thank you, Commissioners. Bill Goodloe works in the firm that Gaylord Lyon, Fry Cadden, been there for 24 years. He's in the insurance business. We try to, as you know, get a broad, diverse group of professionals on our board so that they represent the various professional experience. And we have, of course, judges and lawyers and banking and finance folks and educators. And Mr. Lyon has served us in this capacity for, I think I saw where he may have been appointed in '01, and has served his 6 years, those several terms. And he is in very poor health. I'm not sure if everyone knows that. And I think he would be very appreciative of being followed up by Mr. Goodloe, who's worked alongside him for 24 years in the insurance business. We like to have that representation because, of course, in the healthcare industry, there is risk, and they have provided us assistance in that regard over the years. So that's our presentation. Be happy to answer anything else.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ma'am, would you say your name for the record?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Julie Bell Case. I'm with Alta Point Health Systems. I'm the Vice President of Operations. Thank you.
Very good, thanks.
'28, approve sponsorship agreement with the Mobile Association of Real Estate Brokers in the amount of $600 from District 1 funds for its Community Wealth Building Day. 29, consider taking the following action on bids. 30, approve renewal of service agreement with Train US in the amount of $5,748 for inspection and maintenance services for Annex Chillers Work Order 86957, Units 1 and 2, for the Building Maintenance Department. 31, approve renewal of service agreement with Train US under the current purchasing cooperative contract in the amount of $10,962 for inspection and maintenance services on chillers 1, 2, and 3 at Government Plaza for the Building Maintenance Department. 32, approve renewal of support agreement with Unity Fiber under the current State of Alabama contract for video arraignment systems in the amount of $15,650.07 for the County Commission. 33, approve memorandum of understanding between the Chicago School of Professional Psychology online and Mobile County Commission for one intern at no cost to Mobile County for clinical training or supervised field work at Strickland Youth Center. 34, approve professional services contract with Gen Y Communications for multiple sessions on July 27, 2023 for generational diversity training in the amount of $6,300 for probate court. 35, approve amendment to the Mobile County Commission American Rescue Plan Act Strategic Spending Plan approved August 1st, 2022 to award funding to the Mobile County District Attorney's Office in the amount of $1,497,991.50 for capacity enhancements. 36, approve advertising contract with Business Alabama Magazine for a full-color, full-page ad in its June issue, which spotlights Mobile County, will be paid from General Fund, General Service Public Relations.
Can we go back to 33? I'm just looking really quickly at the contract. I guess, do we have, is there a licensed clinical psychologist who will be the person who is supervising this intern? I'm concerned about liability, just to make sure that there is a supervisory relationship in effect with someone who's already credentialed.
Yeah, I believe that came from Strickland. We'll get an answer to that and get back to you, Commissioner.
Okay, and while you're finding out, can you find out if this is an accredited facility? Okay, thanks.
I have a question about 35, the funding of the district attorney's office through ARPA. Is that going to be a lump sum, or are we spreading that out over a 3-year period? How are we?
That has not been determined. I think we could probably do both. From preliminary conversations I've had with Volkert and the Horn team, I think we could do either, but it's not been decided to that depth yet.
Okay, thank you.
Well, if we're going to, I would prefer, I know initially we had discussed a lump sum, but I'm just in a position right now, I'd prefer to do it in a 3-year installment versus a lump sum.
The only thing about well, I guess if we obligate it, it's got to be obligated by 12/24. So if we obligate it to be paid out, just see if we can do that, because the obligation deadline is,
In light of what we discussed, I'm afraid that if we give it in one lump sum, that there may be another obligation come to us at a future date. That's the only reason I was kind of thinking of it that way. Initially, I had no problem with the lump sum. And I don't have a problem helping fund the district attorney's office. But then there's been some other things brought to our attention that may be coming in the future that we possibly wouldn't have the budget to fund both. And we may have to obligate some of the money that we're obligating to the district attorney to this other venture.
Okay, that's just the timing. I
Yeah.
just don't know if you could, the timing on that.
And maybe let's check with the DA's office and see what would be the most beneficial way. If we're going to obligate it, then obviously, then we would need to, if we obligate it now, then we would need to follow through with that obligation for that amount, because they'll budget based on that. But this is a finite source of funding through ARPA, so it would be at the max only for that 3-year period if we did allocate it in that way, or a one-time funding, and then that would be it. Because this is not general fund money, this is ARPA money. And so, and the district attorney understands that and supports that, that this is a one-time source of funds to help get them through the caseloads and be able to, according to him, he believes that this money between the city and the county will help them to be able to get that caseload down to a manageable level within a 3-year period of time. So, and he knows that beyond that, if he adds staff, that the funding obligation will be, he will have to determine how to go forward with that, with other sources.
And I completely understand him budgeting the money if we obligate it, but he also needs to understand that if he puts another obligation on us that would it could possibly, I mean, nothing says we can't go back and, own the obligation if he gives us another task that is going to require an additional amount of money that we may have to come up with, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't want to get too far off into what we discussed in our executive session, but we all know what that was. And my fear is that once we obligate the money, if we give it to him all at once, then he could come back later and say, well, also now I need this too. So that's my only concern, if that makes sense.
Right, I think, but that would involve, I guess, communication with the sheriff's office as well. so-
Absolutely.
So, anyway, okay. All right. Any other questions or comments?
I had a question, I have to find it now. Ricky, I know the two pieces of equipment on number 29,
Yes, sir.
those are similar, I guess. I know that we had demoed the Aspen and we were impressed with it. And this other equipment, I see it's a different manufacturer, but it's the same equipment, I guess, similar. I think it has
It's
a
actually the same
detachable-
manufacturer, it's just a different
brand,
model.
okay.
And it allows us to cut around the guardrails.
Okay.
So we just needed one of those.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
And I'm glad to see that we're moving forward with that.
Okay.
And one other thing, Eddie, could you get me, I wasn't made aware of number 11 for the Glove Foundation Like Me Golf Clinic. Can I get some more information on that? Because I would also like to, I don't,
You already.
You already are.
You already did.
oh, did I? Never mind.
And you got the information because you
I'm
reached out
sorry.
to
I
me and
thought it
said, I
said
want
1
to
and
help.
2. I didn't see it said 3. Disregard. I got all the information I need.
We're coming fast and furious.
I thought it said 1 and 2. I didn't see that it said 1 and 3. My apologies.
Okay.
I don't need any information on that, Eddie.
Is that all we have administratively?
That is all.
Okay, all right. Engineering and Public Works, gentlemen,
Yes, good morning, Commission.
morning.
We would ask Monday that you consider taking the following action. Item 1, approve the functional reclassification of the following roads as listed. That's Novotan Road North and Novotan Road South. Item 2, approve setting the following speed limits as listed below. Item 3, approve preliminary and final plat of Maximilian Bluff, that's in Commission District 3, and preliminary and final plat of Graywood subdivision, that is in Commission District 2. Item 4, authorize the acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds and easements from the following projects as listed. Item 5, approve Commission District project to provide 4 portable restroom facilities and 2 portable hand washing stations for an event at the Africatown Heritage House.
I think I need 6. 6 instead of 4. 6, 4 is going to be, 4 will be in one location with the hand washing station. 2 will be in a close by location, also with a hand washing station. Yeah. No,
6 and 2,
Four restrooms and 2 hand washing.
okay.
That changed.
okay,
So that'll.
that's right,
That up, another, I think, right, $300, so
okay.
be right at 1,000.
All right.
I'll double check that, but if I
Thank you.
remember correctly, that'll be what it is.
Okay. Item 6, approve change order number 1 with Cartograph Systems to change the scope of work from using Cartograph's right-of-way permitting solution to using OpenGov's right-of-way permitting solution. Item 7, approve right-of-way agreement for Track 2 on one of our, well, this is a Highmont Drive Drainage Improvement Project down there in Theodore. Item 8, adopt resolution approving revised uniform regulations for the placement of utility facilities on Mobile County rights-of-way. This revision, Commissioner, just updates the document to current standards and procedures. Item 9, approve assigning a contract for professional engineering services for one of our 2020 pay-as-you-go projects, Hurst Road to Michael Baker International. Item 10, approve and adopt a mile program application from Palestine Temple number 18 for them to adopt a segment of Airport Boulevard from Eliza Jordan Road South eastward to Snow Road South, about 1 mile. Item 11, authorize advertising and receiving bids for Eliza Jordan Road South intersection improvement project, which is one of our 2018 pay-as-you-go projects. And item 12, accept right-of-way and/or easement agreement for Track 4 on County Farm Road. That's one of our 2020 pay-as-you-go projects. And that is currently it.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to let you make that announcement.
Thank you. April is National County Government Month, and the national theme this year is Counties Rise. And RISE is an acronym that stands for Resiliency, Inclusion, Solvency, and Empowerment. So some of what we're doing, things on social media, and we're doing several events and activities in celebration of Earth Day. We're celebrating Earth Day all month long with Mobile County. And so today is the first of 4 what we're calling Green Bag Lunch Series. We're going to have environmental services staff speaking to us about what we do to ensure clean water and a healthy environment. We have music by Keith the Mailman Burns and food trucks, or you can get your food from Government Plaza restaurants or downtown Mobile restaurants. But this will be happening today from noon to 2 o'clock, and environmental services will speak twice during that time. So there's like 2 lunch waves over that time. But anyway, we invite you all down to the atrium for our first of 4 Green Bag Lunch Series. Thank you.
Very good, and we've got a lot of good stuff coming up for Earth Day. A lot of programs, botanical gardens, and why don't you give a rundown of some of that? Just to
Okay, I'll give a
them
rundown. So we have, on Earth Day itself, which is Saturday, April 22nd, we have 3 events in one day. There will be Operation Clean Sweep in North Mobile County, and there will be an event by Love Your Community in Mobile County at the Japanese Gardens, which is near Langen Park, and that's like 9 to 2. It's a long event. It's a lot of music and art exhibit and food and entertainment and crafts and things for children. So that'll be happening there. And then the third event is at the Mobile County Recycling Center. So all 3 of these locations will be the first a limited supply of T-shirts and plants to give away, and the plants come from Mary G. Montgomery High School. And we'll have an art display in the atrium of Government Plaza. It's featuring upcycled art. So we can see some art made from found objects, and one of the things you can do to help the environment. And just a lot of activities and events.
And an art contest.
And an art contest, that is correct. So the art contest started in March, and the entries are due, I think, this week, and then we'll be making our selections. And those winners will be announced at the end of the month, and this year, we're going to be, the winning students' classroom will receive a grant to buy art supplies and do things for environmental education. So there's a lot happening, and I want to thank the public affairs staff because folks are working hard to make all this happen. And of course, thank our environmental and services team for all that they do all the time to help our environment.
Thank you, Cherie. I think we've got more activities going on this year than ever, and I'm happy to see it. I think it's going to be a good thing that will certainly benefit the community. Thank you. Commissioners, do you have any comments? Okay. All right. Well, we will stand adjourned until Monday. Have a great afternoon.